Oh yeah, Masters of the Universe, and you know me, man. I'm an '80s kid, so I'm all about that. So here we have DC Universe versus Masters of the Universe, and the cover surprisingly does not have any DC characters. Are they on the back? Ah, there they are, and half of the back at least. All right, so obviously this is a crossover. According to this quote right here, is a study on how to do a crossover properly by IGN. Ooh. So yeah, I saw this at the store, and honestly, I wasn't gonna get it at first, but let me show you something before I start talking about this, because I have to show you the moment that I decided to pick this up, and it's not a spoiler or anything, but because it happened so early on. But here we go. Here's focus. There we go. Here we go. We got Superman and He-Man going at it, and then you turn the page, and then they're fighting, and oh, what's that? Oh no. Oh my God. And I love Superman. He's like, how? And then Batman's like, what have you done? Oh, I loved him. And he's just standing over him. He's like, yeah, who's the strongest man in the universe now? Spoilers. He doesn't stay dead. Of course he doesn't. He's Superman. When has Superman ever stayed dead? When has any comic book character ever stayed dead? Oh. Well, anyway, without going into too much detail about this, because there is a lot to cover in this comic, it is really cool seeing the. I'm a good sucker for a crossover, for a good crossover at least. And this one's definitely it. I like the use of a lot of the DC characters and how they, in many ways, pair up in both battle and to help them to help each other out rather. But this is one where they really do it well. One thing I do have to mention is there's a lot of major players in this. Of course, you got like the Justice League and all that, and of course the Masters of the Universe characters. One character in particular that I was actually surprised was such a major player in this is John Constantine. Like he's one of like the main characters in this comic, and I will admit that I'm more of a Marvel guy. I know a lot of DC characters mostly by name and reputation, and I do know a little bit about John Constantine. Although the only real exposure I've had of him was the movie with Keanu Reeves, and from what I've told, it's not a very good representation. And I'll believe people that know better. But I don't know. Like, of all the characters from the DC universe, I would have associated with Masters of the Universe. Constantine is not one of the first choices I would have made, and apparently he's very well known on Eternia, which I found very interesting. Apparently he's a legend there. And I really do got to give props to a lot of the redesigns of the Masters of the Universe characters. Specifically, and you probably saw it when I was flipping through the pages, but check out Skeletor. Oh man, that is badass. That is totally metal. Also, I have to give them some credit for the redesign of He-Man, because they gave him some actual armor and clothing. So, no furry loincloth jokes, unfortunately, for this one. I do also have to mention the big baddie of this comic. There he is right there. I won't say who it is. They don't say who it is too early on in it. I think they say it eventually. But who the big bad turned out to be was very shocking. Again, I'm not going to give it away, but let's just say the red cloak there. should give it away for you Masters of the Universe fans out there. And of course the fights are really good too. There you see Man-at-Arms and Green Arrow going at it. You got Stratos and Hawkman going at it. This was really cool too. You get to see Battle Cat and Martian Manhunter in this like feral four-legged beast form just tear at each other. It's awesome. Another really cool thing about this is you get to see He-Man's mother, the Queen of Eternia, be kind of a badass. And there you see her right there, not taking any of John Constantine's crap. You know, I don't really want to give away too much more about this because it's definitely worth a read. I will say, of course, this was not the first time DC and Masters of the Universe crossed over. There was also the He-Man versus Superman comic, which, by the way, you get a copy of printed in the back of this, so that was really cool of them. So, yeah, I really like this one. I like it almost as much as the Ghostbusters comic that I reviewed not too long ago. But yeah, definitely recommend it if you're a Masters of the Universe fan. Even if you're a DC fan, you might really like it, especially if you're a Constantine fan. So yeah, leave a comment below and let me know what you think.